Welcome to Sports on Breakfast Central. I am Favor Itua. We begin with stories from cricket, where South Africa slumped to a demoralizing and dispiriting 38-run defeat to Netherlands again in their World Cup group match at the Himachal Pradesh Cricket Association Stadium in Dharamsala on Tuesday to put a major dent in their hopes of a first title. Now, the Netherlands rallied from a desperate 147 to post 245 to 8 in a match reduced by rain to 43 overs per side, and then reduced South Africa to 44 to 4 before dismissing them for 207 to secure their first win of the tournament and register serious questions again about the Proteas' temperament. It was a stunning result for the Dutch, who eliminated the high-flying Proteas from a last T20 World Cup a year ago with an equally shocking and unexpected victory by the 13 Roars in Adelaide. Interesting one for the Netherlands, and of course for the South Africa Proteas. They will hope to come back to winning ways ahead of the knockout stage. And out to the world of football, the Confederation of African Football successfully concluded an elite women's football instructors course in Rabat, Morocco. The week-long course, held earlier this month at the Mohammed VI football complex in Rabat, forms part of CAF's ongoing commitment to developing women's football on the continent. A total of 16 elite female football instructors from across Africa assembled in Morocco under the stewardship of CAF Women's Football Department to further capacitate and refine their knowledge as CAF accredited coaching course instructors. Administered by highly qualified CAF and FIFA women's football experts in Jacques Lane, Shipanga, and Clementine Toure, the week-long course delved deep into various topics, which included modern trends of football, the modern athlete's physical fitness needs, organization and evaluation of training sessions, female-specific training, and a detailed evaluation and analysis of Africa's performance at the recent FIFA Women's World Cup. Empowerment there for the women, and of course, interesting one that CAF is trying to build capacity when it comes to football in the women's category. Still talking football, South Africa's Bafana and Ivory Coast played an entertaining 1-1 draw in a high-intensity international friendly at the Stade Felix Houphouët-Boigny on Tuesday night. Bafana's Themba Zwane retained his place and was on hand to smash home at the end of a slick move in the 9th minute to quiet the enthusiastic crowd. Ivory Coast were by no means pedestrian as they matched South Africa stride for stride, marking for an entertaining first 45 minutes. The second half began with the same pace and energy as the first half, this time around with Ivory Coast slightly in the ascendancy. Moving the ball around the edge of Bafana's box, a simple cross into the center of the box found an unmarked Sebastian Haller, who hit the back of the net to level for Ivory Coast. All about preparations ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire and South Africa. They went away from home to get a very good draw, and looking at preparations, they will tell themselves they are really good to go. Still talking football, back home in Nigeria, Lagos State, the board members of the Lagos State Football Association have suspended its chairman, Ogboni Faud Oki, over gross misconduct. The chairman was suspended after 5 board members voted against him at a meeting. In a statement released on Tuesday, the board members, under the direction of the Lagos State Football Association Vice Chairman, Layamid Olawale Gafal, listed the offences Oki committed that were in violation of the NFF's law and regulations. According to Gafar, the disgraced chairman also altered the association's logo without getting consent from the board or Congress. Not a good story coming out from football in Lagos State, and allegedly it was reported that the chairman, slapped the vice chairman, and this is not what we want to be having when it comes to football administration in Lagos State. But of course, he has been suspended, and we'll wait to find out what happens in the coming days. And now to the Formula One, Nigeria-British-born boxer Anthony Joshua, Rory McIlroy, Trent Alexander-Arnold are among the leading sports stars who have joined the investment group which recently bought into the Alpine Formula One team. Now, in June, Ultra Capital announced a €200 million strategic investment in the Renault-owned Alpine team in exchange for a 24% equity stake in Alpine Racing. Now, Hollywood actors Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney were already named as part of the investor group through their maximum effort investment at the time of the initial announcement. Interesting one, sports stars, sport personalities are really investing in different sports, and this time around they've gone into Formula One to invest in Alpine team, likes of British-born Nigeria Anthony Joshua, and not forgetting Rory McIlroy and the likes. We're waiting to see if it yields profit at the end of the season. And now to the world of basketball, the Houston Rockets will trade guard Kevin Porter Jr. and 2 future second-round picks to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are immediately waiving him. The Rockets will now get Victor Oladipo and Jeremiah Robinson L in the deal that would send a 2027 second-round pick via the Minnesota Timberwolves and a 2028 second-round pick via the Milwaukee Bucks to the Thunder. Essentially, the deal allows the Thunder to gather up draft assets and requires them to pay the $16.9 million US of guaranteed salary left on Porter's new 4-year contract and saves the Rockets $5.5 million in salary. Interesting time ahead for the Houston Rockets and the Thunder's trades left, right, center. It's all about preparations for the new NBA season that will kick off on Wednesday next week. And interestingly, we're seeing preseason and results, preseason games, and of course, transfers of players moving left, right, center to their respective clubs. And that wraps it up on Breakfast Sports. I will now go, of course, to Oliver Nosaoge standing by.
Thank you very much, Favor, for joining us with Breakfast Sports. Very unfortunate, the allegations that have been leveled against the chairman of the Lagos State Football Association board here. I mean, changing logo without the permission of the people, slapping in that video, that was very embarrassing, to put it quite mildly.
Very, very embarrassing. And, this is not the first time in terms of the issues that have surrounded the FA. And they're not even up to a year when you look at when they came on board, the board in general. And since they came on board, there's been lots of concerns, especially the usage of the Mobolaji Johnson Arena Stadium in Lagos State. I mean, it used to be around 250,000 before. Now you have to cough out 500,000 naira and more to use the facility. And initially, the Lagos State Sports Commission had said that sports in Lagos State will support growing clubs. I mean, not to extort them, but try to also support them. But having 500,000 to just use this facility or even more, and then you're asking yourself, what about clubs that do not have these monies and want to develop and want to also use the facility? And over time, there has been calls and clamors for him to be called to order, but he has refused. And right now, the Lagos State Sports Commission have called on the FA to, the president, the chairman, for a meeting, but he didn't also turn up, for that in that particular meeting, and now he has been suspended. We wait to find out what happens the next day. But I think right now it's for the NFF, which is the federal body, to also try to see if they can step into this issue because the FA is under the Nigerian Football Federation.
Well, it's just a lot of drama, but good luck to them, and we hope that it doesn't disrupt the flow of sports and development of sports here in Lagos State. Thanks a lot for stopping by, people.
Thank you very much, Oliver Nosaoge.
All right.